Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of RecruitNation Sports with Coach Ann and Coach Creek. Today we're going to talk about RecruitNation as a whole. We're going to talk about its entities and what we have in store coming up for the year as it pertains to RecruitNation. So first, what I wanted to do is I wanted to introduce Coach Creek. He is now here with us, talking with us right now. How you doing today? We are back with another edition. Yeah, I know. I just wanted to pretty much talk about what we were gonna, about RecruitNation and its entities and what we're gonna do this year as pertaining to that. Are you still with us?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can definitely hear you. I can see you. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So
exciting things. The weather's getting warm. We could have some of the outdoor events. I know we got some baseball ones coming up. There's a golf one coming up.
Yes.
Doing big things.
Yes. So we can definitely get into talking about what's your favorite right now? What do you want to talk about right now? You want to talk about regular football, or do you want to get into baseball?
I don't want to be biased. You know my love for football. So let's go baseball.
All right. Okay.
I don't want everybody to think I'm all football. Let's go baseball.
All right. Let's get into the baseball. So, what I was told this morning is that we're actually going to have All-American games in baseball, softball, I think basketball and football, which we had one this year back in Gulf Shores, Alabama, which was a huge success. The kids loved it. The people, you know what I'm saying, the parents loved it. And, the town and the area, in which we played, they loved it as well.
Sure, they embraced that, right?
Yes, they did. And it just came to our attention too, that we're in discussions with the Dallas Cowboys, with AT&T Stadium, to hold our next 2022 event at their stadium. We're about 80% there. So, it's pretty much of crossing T's and dotting I's and things like that. Nice. We're still in discussions with that right now.
That's exciting. I want to play.
Yeah, I know. I wish we had those when we were kids, man. Maybe that would have been a little more motivation, to perform a little better.
Jerry's house is nothing like that. It's a beautiful place.
Yes. So basically, our baseball showcase is going to be April 3rd at the U.S. Bank Pullman Center and 355 South Woodlawn Drive in Chicago, Illinois. The event is for the class of 2021, 2022, 2023, 24, and 25. Mm-hmm. So basically, the event information will be sent to all the coaches at the D1, D2, NAIA, and JUCO level. There's going to be workouts for infielders, outfielders, and catchers, which is going to consist of stretching, time running, defensive evaluations with radar velocities, offensive evaluations, including swing mechanics, exit velocity, and rounds of batting practice. For our pictures, stretching and pitchers bullpens, the players will receive a numbered RecruitNation shirt and bag, scouting report. In addition to the showcase, parents and athletes can schedule a free, personalized athletic and academic recruiting evaluation session with the Dream Scouting Network scouting director. So you're getting all that. So the evaluation session includes a recruiting plan, Zoom call with you and your family, a thorough review and input on improving your highlight film, full review of your academic profile, and in-depth personalized education on the college recruiting process and NCAA eligibility requirements. So with that being said, you're getting all of that. So, and we're partnering with the BIG Baseball Academy, which is pretty much run by a current scout of the Chicago Cubs. So, hell, if you're good enough and you show out to camp, you may get a chance to, not saying that it's going to happen, not making any guarantees, but if you're baseball. Good enough and you get signed And I mean, you could get a look from a person that is literally a scout with the Chicago Cubs.
See, that's how baseball works. You know, you go to a baseball one, you can get looked at from a school or from a pro team. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
They do that in baseball.
yeah, and that's huge. You know, that's pretty huge. You know, for a lot of the kids, and
Yeah.
you know, this is our first baseball event. But you know, as opposed to other events, we do have college coaches on staff, and they will be evaluated by college coaches and professional scouts. So this is a good opportunity if you think you're good enough to play, you know what I'm saying, to play in the majors, you know, you might want to be here because you know the people that you want to show out to are going to be there. So,
Okay.
and this is pretty much the first of many. So, like I said, again, this is going to be April 3rd, 2021. If you want to check that out, I'll have the link later. I have the link later in the chat for that, and then you know we'll go from there. But getting on to other things, let's talk about our favorite, which is everybody's, and that's football. So you know,
Yeah.
we already
A lot of those going on. A lot of those going on.
yes. We already have. We literally have a large number of those. We had them in New Jersey. We had them in Virginia. We had them in Florida. We had them in South Carolina, and we had them in Alabama so far. We plan to have them in Texas. I'm sorry, in Houston, Texas soon. Tampa, Florida, which is coming up on April 24th, I think. Let me just check that for reference. April 24th. That one's coming up, and then we have some other ones that scheduled for Ohio. That was announced the other day. Quorum, New York, at Diamonds in the Pines. That'll be the second annual one. That one was coordinated by Jerry Flora, who's our vice president of RecruitNation Northeast. And that one was pretty successful. We had over 140 kids at that one. The one in New Jersey that me and coordinated, that one had about 130 kids at that one, and that one was pretty successful. And we have other ones like in Jacksonville. That one drew over 130 kids. The one out in Alabama drew over 130 kids. So you know we have a lot of kids that are coming out to take part in our product because they believe in what we do and they believe in the exposure that we can grant to the kids. Now, the new thing that comes along with that is all the kids that are show out as MVPs. They get an automatic evaluation to be considered to play in our All-American game. And the great thing about the All-American game down in Texas is that there's actually going to be two games. There's going to be one game for the seniors, and then there's going to be another game for the underclassmen. So
that's awesome. Nice on the underclassmen one. There you go.
Yeah. So you'll have freshmen, sophomores, and juniors being able to play in their own Rising Stars game at AT&T Stadium. So you know that'll I think that's pretty cool.
What's great about that is it's another opportunity to get on the radar playing against some top talent.
Yes.
You know, and so it's all about exposure, right? The good exposure opportunity. Why don't we go into what some of these showcases include?
Okay, so
for what we do at the showcases, right?
Yeah, so for football, we pretty much what we do is I'm sorry, let me just go into that. So basically, for football, we do combine testing and positional work on both sides of the ball, on the offensive and defensive sides of the ball. Specialists will work out the entire session. So not only do we have stuff for the regular positions, but we also have things for special teams guys to do. like I said, all players will receive camp shirt, instruction and evaluation, and simulated college practice position drills led by college coaches. So we don't have like just anybody coming and teaching these kids. We have people that get paid that do this for a living to come and take and evaluate the kids. College practice position drills led by college coaches, speed and performance enhancing drills to play faster, combine testing, 40-yard dash, pro shuttle, one-on-one, 7-on-7 lineman challenge, specialist challenge, fastest prospect competition, recruiting fair where you meet and greet with college coaches, top performer awards, position MVPs, and then like I said before, you get the nomination of regional showcases and the All-American Bowl. The cool thing about that too, on top of that, is that a lot of kids at our showcases have gotten offers from colleges, which is the whole point of going to these showcases anyway. But you know,
I'm right there that same weekend.
Kids have been getting offers. Nice offers. So regular breakdown of camp runs from about 7:30 to about 12:15. And everything is basically done in quick blocks, 7:30 to 8:30 a.m., 8:30 to 8:40, 8:40 to 8:50, 8:50 to 9 a.m. to 9:50, 9:50 to 10:05, 10:05, 10:25, 10:25, 10:45, and then so on and so forth. So we're going in pretty efficient blocks with everything, so everybody gets their reps, everybody gets seen, everybody can have good film, and, coaches can get their evaluations in without wasting time. Schools that we've had at our showcases have been West Florida, the one at West Florida, Edward Waters, Ava Maria Kaiser, Southeastern Florida Memorial, St. Thomas, Warner Weber, Dream Sports Academy, which we'll talk about later, and we have a corn blue kicking instructors for specialists. So we do have a specialized kicking instructor that comes in for specialists, and then sometimes we do have coaches from around the area that do come in.
And we've also had Western New England, Fairleigh Dickinson, and Springfield College.
Springfield College, and I suspect that when we start having more in the Northeast, other coaches that we have contacted and have a rapport with, they will come and take a look as well. So,
for sure.
This is pretty much what we're doing right now, and what we have going on in terms of our showcases. Like I said, the next one is going to be April 24th, and at Zephyrilus Christian Academy, 34-927 Eland Boulevard, Zephyrilus, Florida. It's going to be at that academy. We're probably going to have a good turnout. We want you guys to come through, come by, check us out. Hopefully sign up, and then work out, and hopefully put yourself on a path to getting a scholarship. So but
I wasn't an attendee. I was there, working, but it looked like a lot of fun. It was good to see the athletes compete. They got nice and competitive. And at all of them, I like to see them all competing. Everyone's out there working hard, trying to, show and prove, and, it's an opportunity to get, verified, so it's a great opportunity. And especially with it being the off season, it's a great opportunity to get some extra work in and have a good time after doing it. Everybody seemed to have a good time, even though they were putting in that work. So, on a showcase there,
Yeah. Like I said, it was good, especially like the one we had up here. I want to get some shout outs. Coach Jay Washington, he was there. Coach Cameron Chadwick, he was there. I want to give a shout out to James Boyle, who was our trainer. Eileen McNeil. I want to give a shout out to us, Jada Mitchell. He was out there. My man Justin Bogan, Bus, he was out there coaching, and Anthony Chiaffi, who's actually with the Red Blacks up in CFL right now. I want to give a shout out to those guys because they also Davin Dubois,
Chris Bowens too.
Yeah, Chris Barnes was out there coaching. So, I want to give a shout out to those guys because those guys was out there working, man. And I even give a shout out to Benji Solomon if he's listening, because Benji was out there Benji was out there doing his thing, helping too. So, it was a collective effort and it was a group effort, and I'm glad that they came out. Also, shout out to Coach Louis D. Rienzo. He was out there coaching and helping the kids from Springfield. And we had shout out to the Western New England staff because they had some guys come down there and help out down there too. So we were grateful to have all those guys. Oh yeah, and Alan Thomas, he was out there helping too. So shout out to those guys.
Can't forget AT.
Nah, I can't forget AT. He was out there coaching and doing his thing, and the athletes really liked him, and he did well with the wide receivers out there. So thank you guys. We appreciate that, and we appreciate your help. But
let's not forget the backbone of it all, Kristen Howlett. Backbone.
Yeah, I got to shout out my wife. Thank you, Kristen. She did her thing. And Erica Kirshner, thank you very much, for doing all that front work that nobody else, wanted to do, but we needed done. So thank you very much. Oh yeah, and Andre Jackson for DJing. Thank you. But as we get into the other aspects of the showcases, we plan to be in all 50 states within the next year. Like I said, we're moving westward. We had one in Washington State. That one was a good turnout. That one was earlier in the year, and we plan to be in California soon, and those areas out west that we want to expand into.
That'd be exciting out there in Cali.
Yeah. Well, the type of talent they have out there is conducive to what we want to do anyway, and we want that type of talent at our showcases, and I'm sure those guys want to be seen out there, and I think that'll be a good thing. Yeah. So we're gonna get into.
Well, before we do that, I want to mention in Virginia, for any golfers out there, we got the Virginia College Prospect Golf Showcase. That is going to be in Martinsville, Virginia. For boys, it's on May 22nd. For girls, it's May 23rd. This is for the classes of 2021 to 2025. It's another opportunity to see that there'll be, coaches there evaluating. So far, the colleges attending are University of Lynchburg, North Carolina Central, Winston-Salem State, Firm College, and Patrick Henry Community College, Fayetteville State, St. Augustine, and Davidson Davie Community College. It's a nice course, it's very affordable, and hey, we take care of the golfers too. So and I know that, and so that's the golf showcase. Hopefully we'll be having some more of those. Because I like to be out there on the greens too. So we'll see what comes up. We like to have some volleyball ones. So if anybody watching, any high schools, colleges, if you want to host a showcase, feel free to reach out to us. We're open to, all sports, doing these showcases, because, the biggest thing is we want the athletes to get the exposure that they want and need. So showcases is a great way to do that. So,
same thing. I'm in agreement with you. These showcases are a great way to actually post as a fundraiser for your school. We can get more into that, later if you guys are interested in that, and we can leave the links out for that if you need that. But what I want to get into was actually the Dream Sports Academy, which is actually new. It was born this year, but the idea was born about a couple of years ago. The Dream Sports Academy, aka Dream, is a postgraduate prep program. Dream helps students earn the test scores and or college credit they need to receive scholarships to 4-year institutions. Dream student athletes attend class every day with our in-house instructor and our ACT prep curriculum. And so basically, we have a new prep school. What we have that a lot of schools don't have is that we have an in-house recruiting service. That goes with that. So you can go to some prep schools, and the coaches, say, well, we're putting out your film. We're looking for you. We're helping you out. We're doing this. What we do is we actually have an in-house recruiting service with dedicated recruiting coordinators for each player. So basically, you have each player coming in, getting a dream package, and not only are they getting a dream package, but they're getting an SAT, ACT preparation course with them.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that a lot of schools don't have. So we pretty much prepare you for that. We actually compete in the post grad football league, the PGFL, which is probably one of the top
It's a good league.
Graduate football conferences in the nation. We play teams like Palmetto Prep and others. We do also offer a full season of practice and games against top prep programs and collegiate JV teams. And then you get exposure to college coaches via visits, film, and personalized recruiting efforts. We do have a high intensity off-season program, and there's no loss to NCAA eligibility. And where we play at home, which is a huge benefit, is we play at Ladd-Peebles Stadium in Mobile, Alabama. And if you don't know what Ladd-Peebles Stadium is or where it is, it's actually where the Senior Bowl is held every single year. So you're pretty much playing. If you want to play at the highest level, you're playing in SEC land. So you're playing at a school which is in proximity to Alabama, Auburn, University of Alabama, Birmingham. It's a hop, skip, and a jump away from Florida. So you have Florida State, Florida, and even Miami. They probably be willing to come up and take a look. So you're not far away from some of the top schools. Like we always say.
And you mentioned Alabama, Auburn's not too far. Then you got your Alabama State, your Alabama A&M, all that's within driving distance. Mississippi not too far either, right?
No, not at all. Not at all. Ole Miss, Mississippi State aren't that far. So basically, our season starts August 29th and it runs till October 31st. The first game is August 29th against Georgia Storm Prep. Next one is September 5th against Jacksonville Athletic Academy. The third one is against Liberty Prep Sports Academy and Marion, Indiana, actually. That's actually away. Next game is against Palmetto Prep. That's in Atlanta, Georgia. Next game is a Field of Dream Sports Academy. That's home. North Florida Prep is the next one. Birmingham Sports Prep, Georgia Knights, Phoenix City Prep, and West Georgia Prep. So we have a pretty healthy schedule with some decent traveling. So plenty of opportunities to get seen, stuff like that. So yeah,
I think one of the greatest things with that is the recruiting that comes with it. Having the scout work for you. As you're taking that gap year to find the best fit for you. Of course, at any school, I think that they're trying to do that, but this is a whole nother level. And I don't know if other people understand that, we find out what your preferences are. We reach out to them, and then we also reach out to many other schools in the region, when they'll work with those athletes, to find out, again, fit where that fit is for them. So
exactly. So on top of that, there's going to be a virtual open house on March 31st from 7:00 p.m. to 7:45 Central Standard Time. They're going to pretty much explain, the whole idea of the Dream Sports Academy. They're going to tell you everything you need to know. I think you'll be able to ask questions be interactive, and it's basically going to be a virtual open house and a virtual tour about what they do. You'll get to speak with Coach Jones, Coach Dustin Jones, and I think Coach Landy Jones. Both are accomplished coaches. Both are are members of our team, and they pretty much will lay out what we do, what our goals are, and how they can help you get to where you want to be at as as an athlete. And so we're really excited about that. And we're gonna get ready for that to happen.
Yeah, they can elaborate on this stuff more.
Yeah, yeah, I'm really excited about this, and I think a lot of kids are signing up with us right now. I think we're almost where we want to be at as 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 a team, and I think they're trying to fill a few more holes, and a few more slots and stuff like that. So yeah, you guys check it out. Remember, virtual open house, March 31st, 7 o'clock, 7:45 p.m. The meeting ID is 828-9758-7791. The passcode is DSA 2021, and that's on Zoom. So if you guys want to take a look, you're interested, make sure you're there in Central Standard Time. So remember, that's what, an hour behind Eastern Standard Time, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's an hour behind. So you don't want to sign. You want to sign in at about 6 o'clock if you're on the East Coast. 7 o'clock if you're in Central, and then so on and so forth for the other areas.
Go over that intro again. I mean, that info again, a little slower.
So it's the virtual open house is March 31st from 7 o'clock to 7:45 Central Standard Time. The meeting ID is 828-9758-7791.
Say it again.
Is the meeting ID is 828-9758-7791, and the passcode is DSA 2021. So and if you go to Dream _golf, you'll probably on Twitter, you'll see the link for the open house there too. So that's something that as an athlete you might want to take a look at. I know me and you, we always encourage athletes to explore all options and make sure that you explore all options so that you can make an informed decision about your future. Because a lot of kids didn't have these options. Like we always say, growing up, we didn't have these options that you guys have right now. So you literally have all these options at your disposal.
Take advantage of them.
That you need to take advantage of. There's plenty of options out here. It's not just D1, it's not just D2, it's not just D3. You have NAIA, you have post grads, and you have JUCOs that can get you where you want to get. Get you where you want to get and get you where you need to be at. So you didn't get picked up by any of those guys. All is not lost. You still can play. You still don't have to lose eligibility, and you still can make your dreams come true. The path is a little different, but the end goal is the same. So this is where you want to be at.
Got opportunities now. Opportunities, got to take advantage of them. Nowadays, I mean, the way I look at it is, you can't wait around, for them to find you. If they're not finding you, there's opportunities for them to see you. Get to a showcase. Get all the information that you can from the different entities that are offering it. And like I always say, people, I mean, we're here. If it's just questions, we're always willing to answer questions for you to help you out. I always say it's the athletes first, right? We truly care, and we want always what's best for you and your family, for the athlete and the family. So we're always here to help out, best way we can.
Yeah, like I said, it's athletes first. academics, and then what you can do on the field. Because that's pretty much that's pretty much the order in which things need to be. Everybody thinks it's what you can do on the field, and then then yourself and
No,
in school.
you ain't
But
right in that classroom. You can't even get on the field.
exactly. And like I said before in other conversations, like these scholarship opportunities are becoming more limited by the year. Especially with COVID and budgets not being what they are supposed to be in a lot of schools and stuff like that. A lot of schools are being more selective in who they want. We talked about oversigning in our last conversation. We talked about how greatly that's impacting a lot of opportunities for student athletes. So now what you want to do is you want to get yourself out there. You want to put yourself out in as many showcases, camps, opportunities you can go to. If you're on Twitter and coaches are talking about, dropping your film, you want to drop your film, DM the coaches, DM them respectfully. Say, hey, this is my film. Take a look at it. You got to put in a little work now. It's not like you can sit on your laurels and say, okay, hey, I rushed for 1,000 yards last year and I had X amount of touchdowns. They'll come find me. No, you got to figure you're competing with millions of kids around the country for thousands of spots. Competing with millions for thousands of spots. So if you think about that, think about all the DMs and things that coaches have to sift through every day. Every day they're sifting through DMs, they're sifting through emails with kids sending them film, coaches sending them film, services sending them films and stuff like that. So you're in a competition. It's not just on the field that you're competing off the field as well. So you want to be the best student athlete that you can be.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's about competing, and as we mentioned before in one of our previous broadcasts, in those in that film and on that what do you call it, the sorry on your film and in your Twitter profiles and everything, you want to have your height and your weight, your graduating class, your position. Make it easier for them, because like Coach Han said, they have a lot of information to go through. So the easier you make it for them, the easier it is that they're like, all right, let me, check this out. This is what I'm looking for. And, then they don't have to do more work, trying to see you, so.
What's important is height, weight, position, school.
Yeah.
Your film should be no longer than 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Anything over 3 minutes, going into 4 or 5 minutes, that's too long. It's too long. I've seen too many coaches say that they're not looking at 5-minute highlight film or 4-minute highlight film. They said
they're going to look at the first few minutes, because you should be able to have your impactful plays. I mean, they can see what they're looking for in the first few plays. So, exactly. Make sure it starts with the good plays and impact plays. I've seen that. It said if the play wasn't an impact, or if it wasn't, you didn't do anything that was a big deal in the play, don't put that on the film.
Yeah, let's I'll give you an example. Wide receivers, right? All coaches want to see is a traffic catch, a high point catch, a catch with yards after the catch. They want to see you block and hold a block. They want to see a speed play. They want to see different routes and breaks coming out of your hips. They want to see initial ball get off. That's all they want to see. And you can see most of that in one play. You can see most of that in one play. You can see breaks, routes, and coming off an initial ball get off in one play. You know what I'm saying? You can see blocking on another play. You can see catch with yards after the catch in another play. And you can see like traffic and high point catches another play. You can see all of that in a minute. And some you can see all three. Even if we say let's go to cornerbacks, right? Let's go to cornerbacks. They want to see a man-on-man play, a pass breakup, interception with a run. If you have that, press at the line of scrimmage, open field tackle, pursuit with a tackle, and they want to see recovery speed. That's it. You know, they can see all of that within 2 to 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And then they can see a couple of plays and how you react in different situations in those 2 to 3 minutes. So you don't have to be you don't have to have like an 8-minute highlight film. That's no, that was.
I mean, I went through some myself. Like as I'm watching, and I'm like, oh my god, 10 minutes. I'm like, you know, and that's me. You know what I mean? So, and I'm not watching as much as everyone else. And granted, I watch a lot of film, you know, but you know, I mean, I'm not watching as much film as the recruiting guys that say Rutgers or USC or somewhere like that, and so impactful plays, get them in early so that you can show what you need. And again, they're professionals. They know what they're looking for and they can see it quickly.
Yeah. So we're just we're looking at as coaches we're looking at that and we're seeing that those films are just way too long and we don't want to see that out of student athletes and it's just things that are a little too much. So in closing, I just wanted to talk about some other things really quickly. I just want to talk about the All-American game, how that was impactful. So basically, now all MVPs of our showcases will be eligible to be in that be evaluated to be in that game. I am really excited about that because it gives a chance for the best of the best to be at that game. You do have more than one opportunity to get selected to that game. If you do come to multiple showcases, you have multiple chances to be seen and evaluated, for entrance into that game. Same thing with our junior guys, with our younger guys and stuff like that. There's a place for you too. And we want this game to be as competitive as it was last year.
It was a good game.
Yeah, just like our MVP, Dalton Griffith of that game, first time inaugural MVP. Shout out to Dalton Griffith. Some other guys that had some great showings was Kai Holiday. He had actually got an offer from Mississippi State the day before after running the 4.39 at our showcase. And then Brandon Wiley from West Virginia.
Brandon Wiley balled out in that game.
Brandon Wiley balled out, man. Balled out. When you got an NFL guy like Coach Joe Horn come up to you and talk to you personally and basically say, hey, man, this is what you got to do. That NFL guy saw, some real talent in you. So shout out to them guys, because they did perform. They did ball out. And shout out to all the other players that participated in that game. There were some real ballers, man. And I'm talking about everywhere from Texas to Pennsylvania, to like even all the way out. We had a kid come all the way out from Idaho, from Boise, Idaho. So that just speaks to the seriousness of what that game was and what it meant to those kids, to get out there and perform, at that level.
Well, especially because some didn't even have seasons.
No.
They needed that exposure.
Yeah, some didn't have seasons, and then, for them not to have a season and then come out and perform like they've had one is like incredible. Like some of these kids look like they didn't even miss a beat. Like, when they came out and played. And I'm talking about, the size and athleticism of these kids, keeping their bodies in shape, and just come out like some of them looking like grown men. I'm like looking at two of the quarterbacks. I'm like, man, both of these quarterbacks are like 6'4", or like 6'4", like almost 230 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
As a senior in high school. I'm like, there's not much you got to do with their bodies because they're already there. Yeah. And then you have Kai Holiday out there looking like a mini Kyler Murray. Same, it literally a clone, same height, same speed. same athletic ability. He's actually a top flight baseball prospect too. So you're looking for the major league draft, you might hear his name being called, and that. So this kid is, these kids are amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing to see the talent level that resides in some of these areas of the country. We kind of get stuck looking at just New Jersey and Northeast talent, but we forget that how many talented athletes are all over this country. And they can all play.
Yeah.
They can all play. But like I said, in closing, you can follow me on Twitter at DreamSN_CJ. And Coach Creek, where can they find you at?
On Twitter at Dream_Creek. That's again at Dream_Creek, CREEK, or on Instagram, DSN_Coach_Creek. Again, that's DSN_Coach_Creek. That's where you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah, remember, our next college prospect showcase is once again Zephyrillis Christian Academy, 349-27 Elon Boulevard, Zephyrillis, Florida. Remember, register at football.recruitnationelite.com/college prospect showcase. Remember to sign up there. With that being said, build your name.
What about the RecruitNation info?
Oh, the RecruitNation info is to register, right?
Well, no, the social media pages. You got that?
The social media pages. You can follow us on Facebook at RecruitNation South, RecruitNation Southeast, RecruitNation, which is our main page, RecruitNation Northeast, and you can follow us at Dream Scouting Network, and you can follow us at Dream Scouting Network Central Jersey. So there's a ton of pages that you can follow us on that are devoted to certain areas, and then you can follow us at on Twitter at Dream Scouting Network, and the links we just put on. So that being said, bring your name, build your game, and Coach Creek.
Outwork everyone.
All right, we'll see you later, guys. Thanks for joining us.